You know what I'm saying?
You rich.
But you understand what I'm saying?
I do understand
Yeah.
what you're saying. I understand exactly everything what you're saying, bro.
You saying allegedly?
Allegedly.
You
yeah.
understand?
Hey, what's the word that we using this week?
What's the word?
We need a new word that we using this week. Don't worry, it'll come to me. Trust me.
Yeah. Capitulate.
Oh my God.
Who said that shit?
No, I heard it. I heard that.
That's what I said.
That was you.
Yeah, that was the word. Ray said that. I heard another word that.
You did use it right though. I did tell you. You used the word right. I give you that one.
These dudes here, boy.
I forgot the word. I heard.
What was that word this nigga used? Nah, he used the word too when we first started. You used the word right.
Yeah.
What was the word? I said
he said vehemently.
Vehemently.
No, but he put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
He said he meant emphasis. He meant emphasis. Yeah, you know.
I got the shit. I'm like, what the fuck did you say?
He was using his Shannon Sharp voice.
Oh,
No, that was Shannon Sharp. You seen the one I said with Shannon Sharp? That happened a while ago with him and Skip. That shit bothered me.
Yeah, that's old.
Skip, come on, leave, come on. It sounded like he was begging Skip.
He was about to cry, man. He was so goddamn upset, man.
No, that's what he did. He wanted to rip him. He turned into a pit bull that,
And he had to catch himself.
Yeah. He took his glasses off. When he took his glasses off, Skip said, "Put your glasses back on, nigger." That's what he looked like he wanted to say.
Look, man.
Boy,
Shannon
he
Sharp.
was raised by a black person.
That boy, I don't give a fuck. That dude should have been in the edge.
But he Jewish, man. So my dad always told me how Jews used to be Jews and blacks used to be cool, but that shit separated. It started to separate.
We live.
What time it is?
You shoot to me, you can pan to me
7:30.
We're gonna talk some of these sports in a little bit.
7:35.
That's what we started. We used to talk a lot about everything that was popping,
Right.
from the classic to the all of the, because I was at when we really started off football season. High school was starting off, getting going.
Yep.
Chaminade had beat some beat the
West, man.
Chaminade beat the West.
Appreciate
Central had lost to that out of town team.
up there in Bishop Gorman up there in Las Vegas.
The portal, y'all connected with where they do the at Trash Pile? I mean, doing the recording. What's his name?
No, we know Chuck, but no, we don't. We not like we cool, like we all good, but he like we don't work with him. He don't work with us.
So y'all,
you know, he do his own. He do his
name?
own thing.
What's the name
It's
of that thing?
called.
Not End Zone. Something in.
I know what it is.
what's your full name so we remember?
Luke Leverson.
Oh, okay.
Lev. They call him Lev.
Lev. Luke, better known as Lev. Luke Leverson.
What Chuck?
That Leverson. That's
What's the name of that thing?
yeah. That's damn show from a plantation.
Chuck
Leverson.
is called
Leverson.
You know, when we were marching in the band and
Yes,
playing
Lord.
during that time, I wish we had
Section
some,
104.
Section 104.
Wesley Brown. You know
I
Brown.
wish we had
Brown.
somebody like that was recording during that time, man. We would have had a lot of little
You
videos.
know Brown
we
is,
ain't
boy.
really
You know
technology
Brown
was
is,
right.
Yeah, man.
It would have been a good time, man.
You
If
know
we could
that
have
is.
recorded. I think it would have really been good if
a lot of them
If
plantations in
technology
Louisiana.
would have been where it's at. We
Yeah.
could have got the 80s
Exactly.
and the 90s. So these younger kids can see how much great players and teams we had in the 80s and 90s, especially in high school. Because, you know, we talk now, everybody just talk about today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, 'cause-
the
yeah.
ball players and the teams in the 80s and the 90s was just as good, but the opportunity wasn't as big as it is now. You know what I mean? For players to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These kids getting it's really kind of easy to get a scholarship now, as opposed to back in the 80s or the 90s. But now with the whole transfer deal, that made it kind of hard. You know
All
what
right,
I mean?
yeah, that's good. We live. We on.
Because
So we just doing live tonight. We not going. We'll do the next show like that. Okay, we live now. So we live on all platforms already.
Mike's on. Everything good?
Mic check 1 2.
Put me on the screen, man.
Vic.
yeah,
But you can't
He
put
wanted
me on the
he
screen.
wanted everybody to see his glasses, man.
Yeah, I do.
He wanted everybody to
I
see
do.
his
I
little
want everybody to
glasses.
see my glasses.
His
But
disposable
they can't.
income.
It's not disposable, man.
Disposable income.
It's not disposable, bro.
You don't call it
Disposable
that.
income.
It's entertainment. It's
I
got
don't
to.
care
It's
what it
separate
is.
from your bills. It's separate from your insurance. All that. It's separate from that.
1 2.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
separate from that.
All right. So what you call it?
But it's not disposable.
But what do you call it?
What I mean by that is you make it seem that you don't pay attention to it. You just throw it out there.
No, I'm just
That's what
saying.
you're trying to
Wait
say.
a minute.
Disposable is tracked,
He already
but
talked
it's
loud.
labeled
Okay.
disposable.
Okay. All right. That's fine. You know what? I take that. As long as you say it's
Rob
tracked.
said he in the
'Cause I
background.
track everything.
Yeah, you
That's
got.
what I do. I got to do that.
1 2.
Because you said just spend
It's
it.
just
So you don't kill.
no. It's just an account. I can spend it on whatever, but I know what's in there, and that's what that's for.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Whatever
mind
I
him,
want to
because-
spend it on.
right.
Okay. All right. You got it.
You get what I'm
Cause he
saying?
started that bullshit, then he gonna be
Man,
like
shut
loud.
up, man. I don't never start no bullshit.
No, I ain't talking
man.
about you. I was talking about him first. But
You
yeah,
know,
you
these
be
first
starting
5 minutes, y'all
bullshit too.
cussing like that.
What happened?
It ain't even the first 5 minutes.
Oh, we live, right?
Listen, we don't have our PC person here.
We gonna
We been
get
live.
flagged,
We been
man.
live.
Devon is not here, so he normally keep me in.
No, I'm gonna keep
check.
you in,
Okay. All right, Fred.
but you should already know.
Sanford. That's a shot.
Hey, Fred Sanford.
You
That's
already
a
should
shot.
know.
Nah, he did this shit. Here.
So we live. So
Oh,
we
my bad, I
live. So
said
we just
shit.
go.
My bad.
We
Sorry.
gonna talk some high school football and all that good stuff, and then get on in here with.
Come on, let's do his intro, man.
Do the short intro.
Do my countdown to see how long it take him to get late.
Welcome to Chief Hall Podcast. We coming at you live on all platforms, and we're gonna be talking about some football tonight with our man Luke Levison, better known as Lev, the proprietor and beginnings and starter of Portal. And we want to make sure we understand a little bit about what their vision is and which direction they trying to go. What's up, Lev?
What's up, man? What's going on? How y'all doing?
Hey man, we happy to have you in here to talk some high school football and get to it.
It's
Yeah,
always big down here.
Yeah, let's get into it, man. Well, you know, South Florida football, man,
Yes, sir.
probably the mecca of really national football. So basically, how we got Portal with started with the Portal with the a lot of the kids transferring, you know, from school to school, high school football wise. Me and my guys, we came up with this idea to create a group called the Portal. And anytime a kid transfer, we want to send it through that group. It's also a platform to where kids can put their highlights in there. Coaches from everywhere can try to help them get in school. There's also a place you can go in there and trash talk, you know, with your team or whatever you got going on. You can post in there and just do your dollar. You know what I mean? Talk your trash. Kids can post their highlights in there. And it really, man, is growing every day, getting bigger, and we're really trying to get it on the national stage. We did a few episodes for our podcast, just like you guys got right here, but we shut it down for a little bit because of the spot we had. We really didn't like it, so we started shopping around to some other spots. So, but yeah, man, we're just trying to get the kids exposure, so they can get to the next level because with the whole college now. With them transferring so much, it really minimized the high school kids getting picked up now. You know what I mean? So, for an example, they would rather go get a kid in college out the college portal than to pick up a high school kid. You know what I mean? So, we're trying to get the kids as much exposure as we can, so they can benefit and get those scholarships.
And y'all have a camp too now? You have a camp, a summer camp, or something?
We don't
like
have
that?
a summer camp, but we are working on a 7-on-7 this year. Coming up, we were talking with Cam Kitchens actually a Miami safety about to get drafted this year in the 2024 draft. I've been in talks with Tutu Atwell, Kalijah Cansey, some of the guys that went to Northwestern. So we're working on that right now.
So when you say national, you mean being able to be in touch with all those national players, Texas, Georgia, some of the powerhouse states, where you will also be able to track their transferring instead of Florida only?
No, we solely want exposure to South Florida football.
Okay.
That's
so
what
when
we're
you say
trying to
national, you just want other people to see them.
Right. We want Texas, California,
To
some of
see
these
the
other
South
states
Florida
there.
kids.
Right.
Okay.
We want them to see our kids nationally.
Okay, not doing that nationally. Well, you're doing the same thing for Georgia, same thing for South Carolina, same thing
Correct.
for California.
Correct.
Because those are high school football powerhouse states as well.
Correct. Now I would say this. We recently, probably like a month and a half, we started the portal Atlanta.
Okay.
We did start that because Georgia got some good football players too. Lord. But we're not gonna go to California and Texas and doing all. So our reason is to shine the light on South Florida players and teams. Because to me, I think we don't got content with just winning state. So where we got all this talent down here in South Florida, we should be on the national stage. We should be competing with the Matter Days every year, with the Bishop Gormans for national titles.
For national.
You know what I mean? We all talk trash to each other about what? State titles. Yeah. You know what I mean? Nobody really had nationals down here. We got one. That was in 07. But outside of that, really, I think Booker T won one in, I forgot what year that was, but all the great football teams that come through here, we don't have national titles.
Yeah, because it wasn't that much of a consideration back in the 80s.
Definitely not the 80s. Exactly.
It wasn't even common to play these different states like we
in the 80s.
Like they do now.
That's why.
Yeah, because now back up a little bit and give us a little bit about what high school you went to.
I went to Northwestern from 92 to 96, graduated 1996, won a state title in 95, and went on to...
As a player?
As a player.
That's right. What position you played?
As a player, wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
Yeah, me and the other side of me was Marvin Snoop Menace, big
yes,
time.
Yes, sir.
Went to Florida State. He was on the other side of me. Nate Webster, you guys probably know Nate Webster, big time linebacker.
Underside, but he was
him. So we had a lot of good players on that ball team, man. And I just really love that team because what's happening today at Northwestern was we was a part of that. You know what I mean? We always looked up to the guys in the 80s and the 90s, but when we won that state title right there, it just changed because now it was a team in the heart of the city. The city teams weren't known when winning state titles.
That's y'all. That was y'all first one.
That's our first one.
Y'all beat us. Y'all beat us
right in the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
Right, we beat y'all in the Orange
Bowl.
Bowl.
To go to it and won it all. Yeah.
Right. So when we won that one, it was like a lot of things shifted. You know what I mean? We always had talent, but it was like now people really believe. You know what I'm saying? So boom, we went in 95. We skipped 2 years. We went in 98. You know what I mean? And it just went to going from there. You know what I mean? So that year really changed, to me, in my opinion, Northwestern football.
And a lot of things changed with football in general in South Florida because y'all, Carol City, it used to be between those. It used to be between Northwestern and Carol City.
Correct.
Now, for 8 years, Central dominated the whole landscape, just took it away, and their program has started with what they hold the most state championships out of South Florida.
Yeah, I think they had 9 right now.
Yeah,
so So from I think their first one is like 2010. So let's just say the last 14 years.
Yeah,
they've been doing their thing. You got to give them. You know what I'm saying?
You
might not like them, but you got to respect
what they doing.
You know what they doing. So
how's the support right now with other players, former players, and just people who just want to be involved right now?
From Northwestern or
just in general, it doesn't matter.
Of the portal?
For the portal, yeah. For the
portal, you got, in the group, you got guys that play big time ball. You got NFL players in there, talking. You got former college ball players that's in there, man. And we got a lot of support, man. Every time we go out, you know what I mean? Everybody keep doing your thing, man. We love what you guys are doing, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we got the support. We just got to make this thing take off.
Yeah, without that support y'all got, you wouldn't, it's hard to
It
the
is.
advance. You got to have that.
It is.
You know, when you think about high school football, one thing I can say about Texas that's different from here and Georgia and California is they consider football a religion.
True. Agree.
They it's unbelievable the attendance that they have locally on a regular basis.
Funding is unbelievable too.
I mean, but they support. Their funding
Yeah.
is for all those. They pack all the home games. That's funding.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have that all the time. Our big games are normally packed, but
I think
we look at it different. You know, that's all they really got sometimes, some point. We got the University of Miami, we got the Dolphins, we got the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
They don't have all that. Well, I mean, they got the Cowboys, but it's I guess that's because it's bred so differently there.
Yeah, you know, they got that oil money down there.
Yeah, they
And
got
then
that.
the geographic part of it, you know, everybody knows Texas is huge. And it's more spread out. It's a richer state than ours. You know what I mean? So down here in Miami, we have a high, especially let's go in the city, we have a high school, every 5 blocks?
Yeah.
10 blocks?
Yeah.
Really with no funding. We don't have no stadium up there.
Yeah.
It's counties. It's widespread. You know what I
It's
mean?
wide, yeah.
So everybody, like you say Friday Night Lights, everybody is coming to that one game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they have the money. They have the resources to build their own stadiums and make their own money. We got to go to Dade.
They have a lot of places in Central Florida. Recently, I just, I can't remember what school it is, but it's religion up there.
Yeah.
Football. And that's all they have in that town.
And I think Carol City, Central, Northwestern is religion. We die hard.
Yeah.
We die hard, but we don't have the resources and the funding
That's true.
they have.
The
If you look
support,
at
that's
our facilities,
Yeah.
they poor. I mean, let's be straight up 100. You know what I mean? And the Dade County School Board, they not gonna support that. They gonna give us just enough. The field's still gonna be raggedy. The locker room's gonna be raggedy. The weight room gonna be raggedy. You go to Central Florida, you go to Texas. These weight rooms and these facilities look like colleges.
But now is that because of the donations? They get a lot of support outside of the schools as well.
Texas or
Texas. We don't.
Of course.
Yeah.
They got the
We
money.
So
do.
could we
You know what I'm
improve that?
We do.
That's where we need to improve it. We have a lot of, that's where the difference is.
saying? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because when we say religion, they believe that every part of them should be invested into
Correct.
their
Absolutely.
program.
Absolutely.
We don't.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we don't.
We just want to
Segue.
come support the game.
That's it.
We don't want to support the facilities.
Yeah, we don't want to change
for the
all
players and to be better and the coaches to be
Segue
better.
into Broward schools then,
Mhm.
because Broward schools
Right,
they
same
have
way.
their own stadium,
Correct.
But I don't know if they have that much funding, but decent, right?
Decent. I would say Broward has more funding than Dade.
And they,
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They used to use Lockhart a lot, but like you say, they do have their own stadium.
Their own
Now,
stadium.
Some of the
Western,
private schools.
Central, Carol City, we don't have our own
regular
stadium.
schools too.
Private schools as
maybe
well.
like,
Private schools
the
as
private
well,
schools,
St. Thomas.
they the big
But we
boys
know what
up
kind
there.
of money they make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Chaminade,
That's a
St.
private
Thomas.
school.
American,
private
American,
school. The
American
private
Heritage.
It's
Right,
changing,
exactly.
though, man. It's
Huh?
changing. It's changing. I mean, because we got people like from Carol City, man. We got Freezy and all them, man, doing
Mhm.
their thing out there, man.
They are.
You know what
They
I'm
are,
saying? Like,
100%.
we
we
gotta give them the props though, because they
They
doing
get
what
their
they do.
props. But I'm saying it
You
could
know?
be a whole lot more dedicated to like just a facility. Don't put no money nowhere else. Redo all the facilities first for the schools.
Well, yeah,
But it's not as
it's
easy
not
because
that easy.
yeah, like Rob say, we got guys with funding. You got a Freezy, you got a Teddy Bridgewater, you know,
got,
and guys
old
probably
boy,
and you got
Rick
guys
Ross
that's
and
not
all
even
these guys.
celebrities. You know, they just doing their thing. Because I'll take Northwestern for example. Our alumni is so big. If we got
Best in the country.
10,000 people in our alumni and everybody give, let's say $20, we got the funding right there. But all that got to go through Dade County School Board.
Yep.
Permit and all this. They gonna give us hell, bro. We don't tried it already.
You mean they tried to
Just-
donate?
Just say
So
we
they
raise the
don't
money.
allow that.
We get $500,000 and say, hey man,
Fuck.
we want to do all our facilities over. Dade County gonna give us a problem, dog.
Why is that?
They are.
I have no idea.
It's politics.
So
with
okay,
it?
that's
It's
that's
just-
We
Probably
that's-
more than likely.
okay. So that's politics side.
Politics.
That's the politics.
That's
side.
what I'm saying. We got people with the money.
So they must. So now we got to influence through the political aspect. So politics. They only want that money to go a certain place and want that money to roll a certain way.
Bingo.
Need a
And
lot
you have
of
to support it in a different place.
There
Yeah.
you go.
We need a
I said
lobbyist.
that easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I said.
We need a lobbyist. We need a lobbyist. That's what we need. Somebody that can go down to the school board building. I mean, I know this because I've basically watched this. You know what I mean?
And you work for the county too.
And I did work for the school board, and somebody that's here with us tonight, basically, you know, he's seen that whole process. You know, so
so we have to get in with political
You got to get
atmosphere.
in, and then you got to kind of like
You got to grease some
yeah,
palms.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You already know.
That money got to come over.
That's why I told you it ain't that easy.
That's politics.
Yeah, the politics.
So what are you lobbying
So if you
for?
got
You lobbying
500,000
for each individual school, or you
have to.
lobbying for Dade County?
Each individual school
Each individual school. Basically, the alumni
have to set
have
their
to have
own.
their own lobbyists.
So you have
their
a lobbyist. You need to have a
that will
lobbyist
go
for
to the
each
school board
then.
meetings. That's going to say, hey, whoever the commissioner in that group in that district.
Now, would that be fair if one school has a stronger lobbyist than the other one?
Well,
It's a good question. I see what he's
Now,
saying. He's
I
saying we
see
should
what
just
you're
have
saying.
one for Dade County
right,
just in
but
general.
we should have somebody like in general, right?
Each
But,
school.
I mean,
You know, but different schools
get
may
what you're
need
saying.
different amounts of money.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely. True. I
So
agree with you.
you got to have you still got to have that lobbyist or that representative for the school to push and to bring their budgets and to bring their different things for this school. So Miami Norland may need 10,000 or 300,000.
Right.
Carol City, Northwestern, the big boys, they may need $1 million
so
to do the different things that they need.
What's the portal website, real fast, while we're talking?
This is Portal, South Florida Portal.
South Florida portal.
yeah, we're
South
gonna put it
Florida
on the
portal.
screen.
Okay,
And the
right,
purpose
got
of
it.
this portal is to get exposure for the kids that's transferring throughout this portal.
Right. In South Florida.
Yeah. Before we actually started, I think we may have it, but we talked about what was the difference in the 80s with transferring than now.
I think exposure.
No, I mean what
How
were the
easy?
difficulties? What has changed if a kid in the 80s wanted to transfer opposed to now in 2024?
Just basic documentation. If you stayed in a certain area, they was really strict. You had to go to that school. If you wanted to transfer, they house visits. They really you needed to bring in a light bill or some sort of utility bill with your name showing you stay
your
there.
mama and them name on there with
Right.
your last name. Because
Nah.
Ray wanted to go to Carol City so bad.
Yeah.
No,
So
no. I was supposed to
Wait a
go to
minute.
I was
Wait a
supposed to go to
minute.
American. I was supposed to go to American. I was in Lake Lucerne. My house was Lake Lucerne.
Oh,
So I was supposed
How
to
you
go
gonna
to,
go American?
I was supposed to go to American if you were in Lake
From Lake
Lucerne.
Lucerne.
However, my grandmother's address was in Carol City.
yeah. So
Why
And
you
they-
didn't use that? That's where you
I
really
did
want
use
to
that
go.
address, but they made everybody on the east side of 27 go to
Honorated
North.
to
Carol
Northern.
City.
Yeah.
He honorated Carol City.
yeah. So it was
No,
just
I
those
went to high school
boundaries.
at
So
Carol City,
now
that's
it's just
all.
like they just took
That's
all
all.
the boundaries out.
Yeah.
They just took all of
But
it
now,
out.
why you think they did that? Now they have an underlying purpose.
And I really honestly I couldn't I don't know why they did it.
We really tried to level the playing field
Think
or
so?
to control the playing field because it opened up a lot of like if all the kids that Northwestern got,
Mhm.
if they only had to go to Northwestern,
Mhm.
that made a difference. But some of those kids ended up going to St. Thomas.
Right.
They got to go. They go anywhere.
They go anywhere.
American Heritage.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
see, I think that they tried to do that so they could maybe hurt. It hurt in a sense. It hurt our programs
That's a political issue.
because
right there.
nobody play for a little bit. They don't like what's going on, and then they go ahead and transfer. But it kind of helps too because if a kid having trouble in a certain area, he may need to move somewhere else.
True.
Yeah, so I guess you could take the pros and cons and see how it outweighs
Yeah,
for
I
the
think
benefit of the kid.
Yeah, I think it benefit them with especially with the private schools stepping their football programs up. St. Thomas always been a powerhouse, but now you got to add Chaminade to that mix now. You got to add American Heritage
American Heritage.
to that mix now. So they're taking a lot of the just say the inner city kids in Broward. They getting those kids and they
'Cause Dillard
sprinkled
felt-
in.
Remember when Dillard was
Dillard
a
with the
powerhouse?
powerhouse public schools, and they sprinkling in a few of the kids from Dade. You know what I mean? Same thing with St. Thomas. They getting the inner city kids from Broward, American Heritage, Chaminade getting a few kids from Dade, they sprinkling in and making it happen. You know
Yeah,
what I
because
mean?
Dillard used to win it every year. I remember in the 80s.
Dillard and Pompano Chiefs, they was the schools in Broward. You know, you
Yeah.
get a little boy Anderson here and there. You know what I mean? that's pretty good. But like you say, they taking all Dillard kids.
Yeah, they gone.
They taking them all. You know what I mean? Gone. Taking all their players.
And some of the schools offer sort of a kid. These kids offering, you know, I've been to St. Thomas. I've been to one of their games.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't believe it. I took my son to one of their games, and it was like a college.
Very organized.
It was like a college atmosphere.
It is.
The stadiums was shaking.
Very nice, man.
And my son was playing at Coconut Creek, and he was being pulled. They were trying to get him from Coconut Creek from Hollandale because he played offensive line, and he was playing. He was pretty good with his feet. So they was trying to get him to come to Hollandale, and I took him out to St. Thomas. They were playing for a semifinal game, and I said, "Man, you think you ready to be on this level?" I mean, them things was rocking.
Yeah, man. They big time, man.
Yeah,
The money over there,
big
man.
time program, yeah.
Got the money over there, man. A lot of people that got money sending their kids there. Of course, that's a private school, right?
Yeah, they private, but they
It's
got
a charter
you know,
school.
They got a program. Now Central has a program that people are invested into their program, not because Central got a lot of money coming through there, but they got a lot of talent and they got a program that a kid know that if I play for Central, my chances of going to the University of Miami or to go to Alabama or higher.
Absolutely.
That changed if I went to somewhere.
Absolutely.
I think that changed last year. I mean, the last football season, man.
With Central?
Yeah.
You think so?
I think the reason
That's
why I think it
just 1 year.
changed, I mean, I'm talking about in terms of kids wanting to go to school there. I think
Oh,
these
go
kids,
okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you got the Chaminades, you know, maybe Central may be on that decline, is what I'm trying to
1
say.
year you say that?
Absolutely, I say that.
Yeah.
The reason why I say
New
that,
Orleans.
no, because
guess
you got other people. You got New Orleans was there. You know what I mean?
They didn't win.
Chaminade,
New Orleans didn't win,
New Orleans didn't win. They went all the way up there
and Boo Boo
and
didn't
crashed out.
But I think the everybody
Not paying attention to them. Go ahead, bro.
South Florida, they gonna have their fair share of skilled players. Talking about from quarterback to running back to receivers, DBs, safeties. The difference is the interior, the linemen. That's what everybody's scrapping for, and that's the difference in these teams.
Yeah.
If you got a good O line and a good D line, you gonna make some noise because everybody got skill. We loaded with skill down here. Booker T, Central, Carriage City, Northwestern never have a problem with skill. We got talented running backs. Same thing with receivers,
and corners.
DBs, and corners.
Yes, Lord.
The difference with linebackers, the difference is the D line and the O line. That's the difference in all these programs. If you got that front five and that front four, you gone.
Is that a credit to like the program starting way before in the leagues? You know, the coaches that are teaching in these leagues, getting these young kids ready to.
Now it is because it's better now. Because remember, they didn't have unlimited in Little League football. We all played Pop Warner, but it was on a scale. And you had a lot of big kids. They couldn't play young. So these cute kids that's, you know, let's just say they 10, 11, 12, but they so big, they can't play in their age group because they weigh too much. You see what I'm saying? But now with the unlimited, they can play. So now they can start learning to play ball earlier as far as linemen.
And they changed that for some of those reasons, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The
the
kids are
linemen need a lot of
hydrated.
training.
They can't eat. You basically starving the kids. You know what I mean? Trying to make weight. Exactly. Trying to make weight. So, and it's good. You know what I mean? How you gonna tell the kid he come home, he 5-6 pounds overweight. His mama in there deep frying them poachers. Y'all know that aroma.
Yep.
That deep fried chicken coming through that house mixed with that air condition.
Yeah.
Boy, you try to tell a 10-year-old he finna eat no fried chicken and
he
mashed
been-
potatoes and corn. You telling me, man, I'm finna go to sleep hungry? Shh, not happening. You know what I mean? So I'm really glad they discontinued that. You know, I grew up playing Part 1 and coaching Part 1. I never got a chance to coach Unlimited because I had a transition to high school. But I'm so glad that they really got rid of that rule. You know what I mean? Pop Warner still was trying to stick in there, you know, because they were grandfathered in. But the Unlimited, they just started taking all their kids because nobody want to starve their kids. How you gonna tell a shorty he can't eat this barbecue sandwich? He looking at that bar. Everybody eating good. He over there with a rice cake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's too much mentally. You know what I mean? You had some kids did it, but the mass majority of the kids, they couldn't do that, man.
Yeah. But it was good that kids learn not only those skills early, but nutrition early.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna come back around. Because if you make it to the Power 5, any one of those, you're gonna understand nutrition.
You're gonna bulk up.
They're gonna make sure.
That's up.
They're gonna make sure you understand nutrition and when you got to eat what, and how many calories for. I think linemen at the University of Alabama, I think their calorie intake was a minimum of 4,000 calories to keep their weight at where it is. 4,000 to 7,000 calories.
You want that
and they got somebody tracking each player.
That's a lot of eating, man.
But you want that O line and D line to be a wall. You want them.
Look, they got
even
the
if
money
they
to
felt
do
like
that.
you was overweight, they'll track you. And even if you came in too light, they're gonna make you eat. You might not even be no eater, but if you came in at wide receiver, let's say you 175 and they want you to be 185, 190, they're gonna make you eat.
To get you to
like
get
he
that
said,
weight.
they got a tracker. You check in for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're gonna have you mapped out, boy. You 3 eggs, sausage, whatever, chicken breast, what they gonna pack it on you, coach.
They got snacks and all.
Freshman, they call it freshman 15. Then once you get into it, just say you get too heavy. You get too heavy, and you gotta knock it down. You gotta bring it down because they want you at a certain weight. You know what I mean, it's a business, man. It's
That's
real.
why some of them colleges got their own cafeteria.
Absolutely.
Just for the football players.
Absolutely.
Some of them.
Not some of them, a lot of them.
big
Big ones.
absolutely.
They all got people here, yeah. We're talking football with Lev, better known as Lev. And we're talking football and the co-founder of The Portal at Chief Hall Podcast.
That was a sorry outro.
That's all right.
Trash. It was trash.
Go ahead,
Broward.
Dade County.
Dade
was-
County
Frank.
was. They probably. Well,
me
I
in.
say in the
Do
inner
I
city, they
need to
pretty
do an
neck
intro?
and neck now.
Yeah.
Really, like if you go down south, it'll probably be Columbus private. South Ridge got a nice weight room.
So are they getting donated equipment from the gyms?
I
some
have
gyms
no
or something
idea.
like that?
That's over time. They have.
I have no idea.
They've probably been applying for it for a long time. South Ridge used to be a power too.
Man, there's
Yeah.
gyms out here
Yeah.
getting rid of their equipment.
They do,
getting new
'cause they
equipment and
old,
getting
right,
rid of
exactly.
equipment.
They could take donations though. Is that different?
Who's that?
The schools.
Let's go
Can
back
the
to
schools
what we
take
was-
donations?
Schools can take donations.
That's
It's all
different now.
about-
That might be a way because I remember when Flo Rida and all them did all that stuff for Carol City. I wonder if that was donated. When they put that tunnel up, they paid for all that different things that they was doing when the program was real strong. So maybe as a nonprofit, they could come at it and they could be donating equipment.
As a gift.
That might be a
As
way to
gift.
come at it without
Yeah.
having to go through all the red tape as a donation. Because I know they look at donations different.
But we're talking about construction though too.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the thing.
They could donate
talking
the
about
construction.
The construction.
Hold on.
If you want to
No.
redo it,
No, if
A construction company could donate
No.
that as a write-off to
no,
a school.
no, it don't
Can't
work
they?
that way.
They can't
No,
do
they
that?
can't. They
How?
cannot.
They can't donate
They
their
cannot
services.
because the school board have a specific way how they want their schools to be done.
a lot of shit be
They have
paperwork
they
too.
have
You talking about
specs.
that? Okay.
That's what's called
Permits and-
specifications.
But they,
Permits.
but a construction company can meet those. Just as long as
They can,
they meet those.
but they man,
but
they,
they want to donate the labor and the materials.
There's such thing as a sealed bid. There's a bid process. How these things have to work.
Not for donations. Donations have to
Listen.
be different.
There's a bid process. How this thing have to work, man. I'm
that
telling
school
you, bro.
board, motherfucker,
The
that
school
cool.
board, man.
But,
They have.
don't
Bro, listen,
but
they
if it's
have. They
approved by
have
the
some
school
stuff.
board, if it's approved by the school board,
No, listen.
Count
It's-
me in.
It's a bid.
We
it's
already
a bid
live?
process. Yeah, no,
We
no,
live?
no. We
Okay.
back. We back.
We that.
So the thing is, we was talking about the lobbyists, right? And we was talking about trying to get us to the point to where we can really make things happen.
Explain
And try-
lobbyist form a little bit.
Okay, so a lobbyist is a person that how can I say
the lobbies for.
that will speak on your behalf, basically.
Okay, but what
In
gives
other words-
him
okay.
him that credential
Okay, so
to
for
be a
him-
lobbyist?
Okay, so first of all, you have to be registered as a lobbyist with the school board, and there's a type of red tape that you have to deal with.
I didn't know that.
You have to be registered
Okay.
as a lobbyist,
Mhm.
right? So that's one. So because you're going in there and you're lobbying for somebody else's interest, meaning, let's say, I'm gonna say Chief Hall, right? Group. Okay, so Chief Hall Group wants to build, and let's say Chief Hall Group has its own members, has its own investors, right?
Mhm.
So Chief Hall Group go in and they wanna build this new facility, right? So now they got to go and lobby them to say, hey, lobby the school board commissioners to say, hey, we want to build this thing. Now the school board have to say, okay, have to agree.
So
All the
okay.
different members, all the school board commission members, right?
He's like a middleman for between the schools and the people. That,
Basically.
okay,
That's exactly what it
a
is.
liaison.
Now, but we was talking off camera. We said that, okay, you have to kind of put them on the spot.
Who?
The school board commission.
Okay,
When you go to this meeting, and you only have a certain amount of time that you can talk at these commission meetings, right?
Yeah.
So you may have like about 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or whatever like that.
that's cool. Have 10
Okay.
dudes lobbying.
Okay, but you got all 10 of those guys have to be registered as lobbyists.
That's okay. They could do
Okay.
that. Okay,
All right. So now,
you got to play the game.
but the game is we have to put them on the spot and say, hey, look, I got $100,000 and I want this $100,000 to go to this specific school
Mhm.
for this specific thing.
And then the next lobbyist say, "I got $100,000. I want this to go to this school." But
Right.
they all
And
are
you kind of put them
Dade County schools that they're trying to improve the facilities.
right. So that the money, so that whatever. So let's say I got 100,000, right? And I donate this 100,000. I want that $100,000 to go specifically where I want it to go. I don't want that money spread out to all these different schools. And then by the time the money get to where I want it to go, it's not enough.
Right.
Okay, so there's a way to prevent that because y'all was saying that off camera.
Well,
That's what they were saying.
We can try that.
You have to make. You have to make a case.
Anybody put them on the
you
spot?
Have to. You have to make a case.
Yet.
You have to make a case.
But we've been there.
You have to make. You have to make a
meetings.
case to show why that school needs it more than the other one in front of the
They
board.
definitely
No,
gonna
say
ask you why.
all of them. See, that's what I'm saying.
You can say all
You
of them.
can't go. You can't go with one school. I think we need to.
If you wanted
We
to
need
do
to.
one school,
We need
we're
to
saying.
reach out to all those guys we mentioned.
Power 7.
All of the Freezies, all of these guys. We need to come to these guys, and they all connected to all these schools. Luke Skywalker, all these brothers connected to these schools. Teddy Bridgewater, now y'all head coach over there at Miami Northwestern.
Right.
All these guys need to come in unison. Just imagine if all these guys were to be starting to show up to these meetings, making this kind of ruffling. That our programs need upgrades. And we tired of the money being spread all over the place. That the old saying, the squeaky wheel get the grease. Somebody's going to have to be the squeaky wheel for these schools in every way. And of course, the attendance going to have to stay where it needs to stay at. With these games, all that's going to have to improve. The program's going to still have to be strong, winning. All this stuff is just going to assist with this, what y'all saying. And I think that's what's going to have to be a unison of everybody. Going to have to just imagine Rick Ross bringing all his entourage, Flow Rider, Trick Daddy, Luke Skywalker, all these guys going to these meetings saying we want to change our facilities in the Power 7.
I don't think Luke.
We're not going to exclude the other schools, but we want to make sure these programs get upgraded.
You don't think Luke on what you said?
Because he already done upgraded Edison. Edison got a brand new field, brand new locker room. They got field turf, scoreboard, stands at Miami Edison on 62nd Street, right around the corner from Northwestern.
Okay, so
We have
So he did
a
that.
better
Hold on,
program.
He
than
did
them.
that some way.
some way.
But
That's why
And that's
we
when
don't
you
need
were
to
saying
reinvent the wheel though. We need to know how
He did that.
right. So you can go down there and do it individually. I don't know, he probably got his relationships with who he got his relationships with.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So
I know
that's
you
the
were
key.
saying we need to go and
Political.
lobby for everybody.
Yeah.
He went down there. I don't know if he went down there or not, but he did it for Edison. Edison got a brand new field, scoreboard. Their facility is brand new.
But now you mentioned Luther Campbell has a lot of different ties. And that's
I
important.
agree. I agree
If
with
you're gonna do anything, you're gonna need some political
Absolutely.
connections in the counties, states, and all that
I
to
agree
get
with
what you
you.
need to do. So it's a way he did that.
He is well.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not 3 minutes.
No, definitely.
trying to tell
It's years.
It
though,
ain't
but-
3 minutes.
I mean, how long-
3 million.
I've been there for a little
But
bit,
Luke
though,
been
right?
connected
It's not
to
3
high school
minutes that they
football
talking
for a
to.
For a
long
long
time.
time. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
He's been connected to high school football for a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe these are some of the fruits of his previous labors with high school football.
He was doing something at North
Because he
one
was
time,
at
too,
Central
right?
for a little bit.
He was helping at
I mean, he was
Northern.
working around with Central.
Yeah,
He had some
bouncing
connections.
around.
Yeah, he was
bouncing
bouncing around.
That's-
So maybe that's the end result of his labors, and now he got this head coaching job. I mean, Luke Skywalker is
That's one of Miami's finest, man. Come
Yeah.
on.
Come on now.
course.
We
He
talking
Luke
about
That's one of
Skywalker.
Miami's
we
finest.
talking about
How
that
long he
whole
been at
thing.
Edison though? He got to been there over 5 years, man.
Nah,
No,
Luke ain't been there that
no,
long.
he ain't been that
Luke
long.
probably about
No.
3, 4, about
Yeah.
maybe about, you might be, I'd say 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
I
something
think he
like
been
that.
there about 5 years.
Because
man.
y'all remember when Jackson had the female head coach.
Yeah, KK.
Yeah,
was-
KK. That ain't.
was
I
there.
don't know how long she stayed, but I don't know how
I
long
think
that
a year or
was.
2. Something
Oh,
like
she
that.
was
But
gone.
Luke was
Okay.
kind of quiet when he was building that program like that. I mean,
Jackson?
'cause- no, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
Talking about Edison?
Edison.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
was
that's
kinda
the-
like,
okay,
He
so-
definitely
and if
was
you think
under the
about
radar doing it.
if you think about it, he got Liberty City, which is they practice on that same part. I'm talking about the Optimist,
They practice at Charles Hadley.
Charles Hadley. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay.
You
Okay,
got
so
to
that's
remember
the-
that's the same time that same area where they were
But that's
cleaning.
all Liberty
They
City.
were cleaning up. They were cleaning up that area over there at the
Yeah.
same time, and they were also the Haitian Cultural Center. They were putting money into that.
Yeah, Tacosi practice
over there in that area?
Tacosi Optimist, they practice across the street. But Edison, man, if you you ever in the city and you pass by Edison, yo, go check out Edison
I've seen it. Yeah.
facilities.
I've seen it.
dog.
I could
So
say
now
from
what we
95
going
when
so
I'm
what
driving.
we so now that almost throws that throws a little bit that gives us a little bit different aspect of what y'all was saying earlier
About what?
about how that money got to go all the way around.
No,
Now,
we didn't.
well,
I
maybe
said
maybe
different.
maybe it went all around
Well,
and
we
then
don't-
ended up at Edison too.
Well,
That's
well,
a good
listen,
possibility.
listen.
Oh well, no. I don't know.
Well, it could have started out at whatever amount. By the time it got back around to Edison, that's what they was able to get. Was the turf.
They got
all
weight
those things
room and
you
all
said.
that?
Scoreboard and all, good.
Weight room too?
Everything.
Allegedly came around. You don't know.
Allegedly, you don't know for
Allegedly,
sure.
you don't know.
We
So,
talking
I
about
mean,
we talking about Edison, a program,
And it's
decent
been a long
program.
time since they won.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They don't make money how Northwestern and Central and Cass City make money
They don't have a strong alumni
at all.
at all.
At all.
So how
it's
you get them facilities like that?
Luther Campbell?
Luther Campbell, exactly.
You think we should start televising these
They wanna keep
games
Luke
a little bit
quiet,
more
that's what that
and get
is.
some commercial money?
It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be hard.
Today, especially with
It's the
streaming.
way he did it. We need to
Especially
find
with
out.
streaming being so easy, you
Yeah.
got the YouTubers and all that guys can go out there and stream the games and people can watch it from their phone. When you say televised, I'm thinking like ABC or something. Nah, we ain't gonna. I don't think we make enough money or we'll have enough money to
You need
get
that
a
support from,
contract like
the,
that.
The companies like McDonald's and people like that. that
Right,
claim
we
they
ain't,
wanna
I don't
put
think
into
they're
the
gonna mess
communities
with
and
us
stuff like that.
sponsors like that. Now,
Mhm.
streaming wise, we can get a streaming company.
Mhm.
You know what I mean, and put it all on the platforms.
Mhm.
You know, the YouTubes and the Facebooks and Instagrams and stuff to just stream the game. They have those. They have the streaming section 104. There's a bunch of them. 305 Sports. They got FHSAA. They have one where I think you pay like
That's what- that's
$5 or
what it is.
$10 or something like that. Definitely when like the playoff and the state games. You
They
know what I
stream
mean?
all the
They
games.
stream them and you pay them $10 to watch the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not on a big network like a ESPN or ABC,
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
Now, ESPN, they do, like 1 or 2 games nationally televised.
Mhm.
Especially like St. Thomas, they'll get a big time game on TV. Chaminade or Northwestern, they'll give us a game on TV. It'll be one game. It won't be every game, but as long as it's a national game, they'll give
Yeah,
us
them
that.
Texas games, they get some
they'll-
national
we'll get that. So,
exposure.
and that's good. It's good. It's good for South Florida. It's good for the exposure of the kids as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it would be really interesting to find out what the process Luther Campbell did to put Edison in the game like that.
Facility wise,
Yeah,
Yeah,
facility
it
wise.
would. It would.
Yeah, it would be interesting because
Gotta
You
try
know,
to get him on, man.
I don't think he gonna spread that sauce though. To be
Maybe.
honest with you,
Maybe off.
maybe off camera he might
because
talk
he
about it.
battling us, man. He battling the Northwesterns and the Booker T's and the Centrals because he want to beat us. You know what I mean? So I don't think, just my opinion, I don't think he'll give us the blueprint to how
Nah,
we
you don't
can
wanna know the
upgrade
formula.
our facilities. Because guess what? He ain't crazy now. If we upgrade our facilities with our winning, we gonna get his blizz. He ain't crazy. Imagine.
That's his draw then.
Imagine.
That's the only way he could be put in the game.
It's a recruiting tool.
Yeah.
I tell people this
I
for
can
years.
understand that.
When you go and visit the colleges, what gets you to commit?
Facility.
You see the facilities.
And
It's
the treatment.
immaculate. It's something you never seen. A big locker. Your name, this show space. A weight room so crazy. It's like 3 houses in there.
Mhm.
Unlimited machines. You go to the cafeteria. You come from barely eating. Now you gotta you Golden Corral every day. Smorgasbord.
Steak,
Every day.
everything.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack.
Mhm.
It don't the cafeteria don't close to 12. Every day.
What's
Sunday
cafeteria?
through Monday. That the football players use.
In high school?
In college.
College.
Oh,
I'm just
gonna
saying in
say high
college
school,
wise.
boy, good God Almighty.
No, not in high school. No.
They
No.
home, sleep.
I'm saying college wise, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
what gets you is the
it's the
facilities.
facilities.
That's why I always lobby for Northwestern. We have to upgrade our facilities.
Mhm.
If you go to St. Thomas, if you take your kid on a visit to St. Thomas, they're gonna walk you through the weight room, a trophy room,
Mhm.
go on their field. You're gonna be like, damn. Imagine my son working out in here. As opposed to Northwestern got what we got? 5. We got 6 stations. 6 workout stations. St. Thomas got 15, 20 workout stations.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You get better, you get more done. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's why I just want the inner cities in general, upgrade your facilities, man. It helps so much with a recruiting too. I'll give you a quick story. We had Sam Brooks, big time DN. We had back in like 2018.
Because you was actually coaching that.
I was actually coaching.
Yeah, you was coaching.
And Brent Venable came down. He was the defensive coordinator at Clemson at the time. That's when Clemson was on fire. The dude comes down, comes to see Sam. You know, we walk around, you know, visiting the school. We show him our weight room. Buddy looked at the weight room. Buddy said, "This the weight room?" We said, "Yeah, coach, there's a weight room." He said, "Man, how do you guys produce the kind of players y'all produce with this kind of weight room?" Dog, I was so embarrassed. I'm looking like, basically in a nutshell, Buddy said, "There's some bullshit in here, and y'all still kick out the players y'all do." I'm an optimistic person, so I'm thinking like, you upgrade the facilities. Imagine the players we can produce and the players we can get. You know what I'm saying? St. Thomas, state-of-the-art weight room. Chaminade, all these people got state-of-the-art weight rooms, man. A program like a Northwestern. Exactly. A program like Northwestern, a Carol City, that's powerhouses in the city. We deserve this, in my opinion. We deserve it. So, going back to Luke, I don't think he'll give us the blueprint to how he did it. We just got to find it on our own.
Yeah, the blueprint's there. We don't need to ask him.
You know what I'm saying? We just got to find it on our own because he ain't crazy. Like I said, but if everybody upgrade their facilities in that city right there, Luke in trouble. He in trouble because the little kids he do get, we going to get them. I'm telling you. Because now they going to say, damn, Northwestern, boy, we got Teddy Bridgewater to upgrade the facilities immaculate. We already known for winning. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we going to get all the kids.
And boy, Century, I mean, them programs, year-round programs too.
Yeah. We're going to get them all, coach.
Yeah.
Let's speak about the elephant in the room. Like, you know, Northwestern, great school. You know, a lot of these schools are great schools. But the press that Northwestern is getting over there as far as the kids is acting up. I don't know. I don't want to say it like that, but some kids.
They do that, coach.
Yeah, that happens everywhere.
Everywhere.
But they get a lot of bad press. So is that a recruitment killer too? At this point,
I think in a yeah to some point because I think that the city is the city and the program is the program. Yeah. I think with a lot of the inner city kids they so talented they just gonna go there. Now I think with kids staying just say for sake out here in Pembroke Pines or suburb areas, they want to come to Northwestern. They don't know the vibe. You know what I mean? It's different. You're dealing with inner city kids. It's inner city. You raised out here. Them boys a little more, you know what I'm saying?
A little rough around the
But
edges,
on the other side to it too, we're a magnet school. You know what I mean? We got good programs. You know what I'm saying? We got all type of programs going on from doctors and dry cleaners and whatever mechanic stuff like that. So football wise, you just got to be ready for it, man. If you come, you got to adjust and adapt. You know what I mean? Northwestern is gonna be Northwestern because you're dealing with a lot of inner city kids. You know what I mean? It's just the city.
And that's just the plague. That's just the
mentality.
Right.
That's the nature of the beast.
They grow up tough.
South Central, all them schools in California, gang riddled neighborhoods. You get all them superstar basketball players come out of some of them neighborhoods. Also, look at boy from Compton.
Who that?
Beast Mode.
Oh, Beast Mode, yeah. Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, you get a lot of guys come out those neighborhoods.
He from my bad. He from Oakland.
Oakland.
You're right.
Oakland, yeah.
Oakland gutter too though.
Yeah.
Well, there's some hard areas there.
Oakland gutter, boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They got all the game out there in Oakland.
Yeah, them boys gutter in Oakland too.
They get a lot of boys out of those inner city. My point is inner city schools. They deal with a lot of that.
They do.
And you like Ray was saying, they all get bad press. And Northwestern been getting bad press since we was in school and before us. But look, they were still able to do what they have done with football. Central got bad press, but you don't hear, once winning, what they say, winning is the remedy for all ailments.
It's definitely a challenge, man, dealing with them kids, day in and day out. It's a challenge, though. Like you said, a lot of them come from broken homes. Single mother homes, you know what I mean? And football is their outlet, you know what I mean? And us as coaches,
protection,
right? Us as coaches, we just got to try to help the household as much as we can. Start at home. But we are no parents that will be parents all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can do what you can for the time you got.
For the time being, you
And
get them.
what
You know what I mean? And just try to, lean on them shorties. They lean on you. You know what I mean? And hope the best for them. You know what I mean? Some of them pan out. Yeah. Some of them don't. It is what it is.
You try to coach with traditional values, or just try to melt in a little bit of what contemporary, what's happening with these kids nowadays, and adjust with them with the traditional.
A little bit of both. I'm good at reading people, reading my players. You know what I mean? I'm old school. Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm all about respect, hard work. Got to be disciplined. Mm-hmm. If this is what you want to do. Now, if you out here just playing with it, you're gonna get play results. But if this is what you want to do, got to put the work in. It's just that it's really that simple. There ain't nowhere around it. You know what I mean? You got to work hard. Got to be consistent. You know what I mean? On and off the field. It's not just an on-field thing. When you in that building, you got to act accordingly. You got to go to school. You got to conduct yourself. You know what I mean? Can't get in trouble. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You want to be a gangster or a football player. There ain't no in between. Yeah. You can't shortcut it. The fast forward, you can't play football forever. This is a short stint. Yeah. 1%. You got to
maximize it.
You got to maximize it. 1% make it to the league, and all these kids, they trying to get to the league. Nothing wrong with that. All y'all ain't gonna make it to the league. You know what I mean? So you have to take football as a life lesson tool. This is what I tell my kids. Mm-hmm. It's gonna bring you discipline, how to be on time, how to work hard. So when you get into the real world, you working, you're an entrepreneur, you got that discipline now. You know how to be on time. You know how to get up and work hard. You know what I mean? Because all y'all ain't gonna make it in football. Let's be real. You ain't gonna make it. But you still can be successful. Yeah. This is what they missing.
You still
can be successful without playing football. Exhibit A. You can be the owner of the team, the GM of the team. That motherfucker don't play no more football. Mm-hmm. They the owner. They pay you to go out there and collide and take a chance on injuring yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They sitting back in suits in the suites every Sunday. Yep. They cooling.
Watching,
you know what I mean? So you still can be successful.
Or you can be one of those. You can be you can go up the ladder, be an engineer. Then you can go ahead on and start being a fourth.
You physical therapy, agent.
Business. It's so many
exactly. It's
but
so many
they
ways.
all have that discipline that it takes to be successful in anything. Mm-hmm. You have to have a type of discipline to be a successful person on any level.
On any level.
Yeah.
Whether you playing ball or not, man. We working guys. You know what I mean? The discipline we gotta have, the consistency. You gotta get up and just go every day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and do what you do, man.
Even when you
no matter what.
Like they say, it ain't about motivation no more, man.
You can't play ball forever. I tell my kids that all the time, bro. You can't play ball forever.
So you better have a plan.
You better have a plan.
The sooner a child has a plan on which direction they want to go, they could implement it, and they could raise the percentage of success by knowing where you want to go and using football as your avenue. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're good enough to get that, being that 1%, that's different. But if you still work, if you work hard and do all that stuff you need to do, you're gonna still be successful.
Now let's stay in that 1%. Even if you in that 1%, say you make it to the league, you still got a short career. Let's say you make it.
That's 5 years.
Let's say you make it to the league. You in 21. I'm gonna give you 10 years.
Yeah.
Let's say you get out the league at 31. You still fairly young. What you gonna do after that?
Yeah.
Well, you still gotta make money. You still gotta live. You 31 years old. Think about it.
Oh yeah.
You only 31.
Oh yeah.
You mismanage that money, you right back to square one.
Yeah. And boy, you said 10 years. 10 years is rare.
I'm giving you 10. That's a good career. Like you say, you drop it down to 5. Boy, you save some money in them 5 years. I don't think you did, because one thing about coming from the inner city, when you ain't got it and you get it, you in stunt mode.
Yeah.
You buying a lot of unnecessary clothes, jewelry. You got to give your family money, cars. You gonna buy a house. Think about it.
I can't remember the player's name, man.
Think about it now. And like you say, them 5 years gone, you look in your account. You had, let's say, $5 million. Now you looking at account, you might be at 500,000. You got a plan? Because all you knew, NFL checks.
Spend.
You see what I'm saying? That's the 1 percentile. You can mismanage that money easy.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Easy.
You seen that one football player? I think it's a football player. He wasn't even making as much money as all the other players. He wasn't in the top tier, but he invested his money right, man.
He was in stocks. I know you're talking about. I seen that.
I
I seen that special.
Yeah, what was franchises? He had franchises, food.
You gotta
restaurant, wash houses, everything. Man.
You gotta be sharp, man.
They got a lot of things in place now with the league now.
They've been had it.
Where they teaching these kids about.
They've been had it.
No,
they've been. Listen,
man. Just
when you going to get drafted, they had this big whole financial seminar, all this stuff, financial literacy.
They had it.
They have stories about, former players. They broke. They tell their story. Boom. Okay, they lead that go in one ear out the other. Majority of these guys, quote unquote, got financial advisors, and still come out with no money.
Yeah,
that lets you know right there that the information or the knowledge they getting go in one ear and out the other.
Yeah,
because there's no way you got a financial advisor and you got all this money and you still ain't. You come out when you finish playing, you ain't got no bread. That means you ain't listen, and you still did what you wanted to do with your money, which is fine because it's your money. You just mismanaged this, man. You broke now. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So you have to be really strategic, man, and really careful playing with the NFL money. We watch ESPN. We watch these big deals come through. Ain't none of that money guaranteed. Most of the guys don't even play out them contracts. Let's take Christian Wilkins. He just signed 4 year, 110. What he had like 60, 70, 80 million guaranteed.
60.
I can assure you, Christian Wilkins won't see all that money.
The guarantee or the money?
He gonna see the guarantee because it's guaranteed.
Guaranteed, yeah.
But he won't see that whole 110.
He better make that 60 million move.
He would have to play.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
He have to meet all the incentives, all of the things that we don't see. He has to make all that. That has to.
The owner smart. When you get to year 4, they're gonna ask you to restructure or they're gonna cut you.
Yeah.
They that's why they give you that. But that's why the players too, they ask for all their money up front. I need my guaranteed money. Because I know I got that. 100. I know that's mine. You know what I mean? But they're gonna tax the 100 now.
Oh yeah.
So let's do you break the taxes down. 100 go to what now? A little bit above.
He got to relocate.
60.
He got to do a whole lot. Yeah.
So the 100 really ain't 100. You see what I'm saying? So you got to really be real strategic with your money, man. All people see you getting paid all this money. They really think you got all that money. What you got some money now? You got some money, but not that. Not that 110 you seeing that I signed for, because this getting taxed.
Yes.
What about players who lose, like famous players, like for example Ray Rice, who lost everything after going through like a domestic situation with his fiance, like players like that?
Absolutely, I think he was, in my opinion, blackballed to a certain extent.
After
you know what I mean?
After all that came out.
After all that came out, because there's been domestic is domestic. We can agree on that, right? There's been white players. There's been other black players that had domestic disputes.
Domestic problems.
Right. And they still played.
But the NFL disconnected themselves from him.
Correct.
I think
he was blackballed. He probably was the only person
with those videos that really.
He was on the elevator, right?
He was on the elevator. Yeah,
that was hard.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they didn't like that.
That was a question, right?
Like, no.
All right. So what about them? I mean,
that was a comment.
It's very unfortunate. That was a question.
Where it came from?
Oh, you just asked it.
Okay. Very, very unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate that, like we talk about on the podcast, knowing your boundaries and being able to control yourself in all the different situations.
Yeah.
Of course, he didn't know the total outcome of that decision, which he lost his career, because he was a hell of a running back at that time.
He
was about to sign a new one, or he just signed one, and now by choosing the wrong situation or not being able to control his temper when he was being provoked by that, he lost all that. So could you really blame the NFL, or could you really blame him?
You can blame, but you can't blame him. But the bias of it, you know what I mean? Was he wrong? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Business wise, they say, okay, we're gonna disconnect
everything.
We're gonna disconnect ourselves. We're not condoning domestic violence, but there's other domestic cases that happened,
Mm-hmm.
and those guys are still playing.
But see,
So, so
On video like that.
So why would you not give?
On video though.
No, not on video.
Yeah, that's what hurt
but
him bad.
Charges was brought up.
I think they called
Police
Ben
was
Roethlisberger.
called.
I think Ben Roethlisberger incident was on video.
Rape. Same thing with Favre. Those guys still played.
Okay,
you know
so
what I
now
mean?
here's the
Video
elephant in
wise, did they catch it on video? No.
No.
But it still was a case or a domestic case. You know what I mean? So it's just like
They would have never got rid of Favre, man.
But
see,
that's what we're saying.
but
That's the bias in it.
bring
That's
in
the
too much
bias
money,
in it.
man.
Because we
You know what I
always
mean?
talk about being able to navigate, understanding where we are
Absolutely.
with our skin color.
Mhm.
You know, one of the hardest lessons I learned in life is that you can't do everything that other people do. If you get what I'm saying.
And you should, man. I really
And you
do.
ain't. I mean, you're not going to be measured by the same
I know.
guidelines.
You shouldn't want
So you have to be able to navigate. No, I'm saying in the you know,
okay.
if a brother of the white race do certain things, he's not held. It's not the same, and we got to understand that. You know, we always talk about our country. We had a nice talk about is racism exists, and to a certain extent, we understand it's still here, but we can still navigate because a black man can still become wealthy. But now he has to navigate so where he doesn't put himself in a certain predicament, thinking that he can do the same thing as a white American male.
When last time you used profile?
Me?
Yeah. When last time you used profile?
Well,
when I came home.
now when you say profile, well, what you mean profile?
Racially profile, like a racist person.
Well,
profile.
I was
What about you?
I was racially profiled in a subtle way, and it happens a lot, but we don't pay attention to it. I purchased a golf cart,
Mhm.
and I ride around my neighborhood with it.
I already know you're going.
Now
I
I'm
see
the
it.
only one, white or black, that does that. But when white Americans come to me and ask me questions like blatantly what type of work you do, for me to be an African American male riding around while they working and I'm on a golf cart,
Okay,
that's racial profile.
A little bit, but I think they're curious.
But
They're just
now
curious.
only white folks ask me that.
Yeah.
Why? Because
you
they're
think
not
that person-
used to seeing
Okay.
an African American male during that time of day riding around with his baby
Is
on a
that
golf
racist?
cart.
Is that racism?
Probably indirectly, not directly. I
That's
see what
subtle.
he's saying.
Okay.
It's subtle. Yeah.
You know
Or
what?
is
I
it-
can.
indirect.
Or is it curiosity?
No,
Maybe.
it's not curiosity. Now. Come on now. Come on now.
Well, you know my stance on.
Come on now.
on
Where
a
you
lot of these
work
things.
at?
But
You don't
I
even
see
you
what
don't
you're
even
saying.
ask me nothing else. You just come now. You just come and ask me what type of work I do.
How old was that white person?
A little bit younger than me.
A little bit younger than you.
Older
So
white
you
folks.
like 65. So
Maybe he
so
look
like
up to you.
60.
He just look up to
that was
you.
a female.
It was a female.
So
But I just want you to understand that it's never going to be where we can always do what white Americans do. That's just the country we live in.
I'm gonna give you a great example with that. We're gonna stay on the NFL.
And that's unfortunate.
Tim Tebow, he took a knee. He was against abortion. Doing the national anthem. Not one word said.
Mm-hmm.
He needed all season. Colin Kaepernick,
One
police genocide. He took a knee peacefully, ain't disturbed nobody. What they do to him? They blackballed him out the
was
league.
Tim Tebow. That was when he was in the league.
Tim Tebow was in Denver at the Denver Broncos.
He's a Christian brother.
He was a
white
Christian
dude,
brother,
he's a
white
He's a
Christian brother.
Yeah.
But he still
Yeah.
took a knee. But when Colin Kaepernick took the knee, they went in an outrage.
Yeah.
Oh, he kneeling doing the anthem. He disrespecting the soldiers and the
And the soldier told
Tim
him to do
Tebow
it.
did what both of them took a knee silently, peacefully.
I
Ain't disturbed
I think
nobody.
we live in a fickle society, man. Because look, think about it. Kneeling is actually more respectful than standing up.
But not in their eyes.
Not in
I
some
agree
people's
with you.
eyes, yeah,
I agree
but-
with you. But both of them took a
But
knee.
it was just a cause. Yeah.
Which one was blackballed?
Of course.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I say the
And
bias
Deion
in the NFL. You see how
We live in the matrix.
Deshaun
man.
Watson did Aaron Rodgers did the exact same thing that Deshaun Watson did.
Deshaun Watson.
He said, I want out of here. I don't trust the leadership. Deshaun did it. 21 women come out.
Hey,
I'm gonna give you another one. Eli Manning.
know that.
Eli Manning, supposed to got drafted to the Chargers. He told them people, I ain't going.
Yeah, he did.
Caleb Williams this year, he don't want to go to the Bears. They trying to, he ungrateful and he isn't. What's the difference? Eli Manning did it. Arch, his daddy told him, we are not going to the San Diego Chargers.
That's right.
Point blank period. We ain't going.
he was very influential.
Nobody said nothing about it.
Yeah, but he
And
was
they
powerful.
and it
He
got
was
done,
powerful.
right?
They daddy was powerful.
He is, but it got done.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Williams' daddy, he throwing out all these crazy,
Mhm.
we want ownership in the team. I think that's a bit wild. But now they're saying he don't want to work out for the Bears. Because what's the coach's name? He was the coordinator he was the passing coordinator at SC, but now he's the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders.
Okay.
But they got the second pick.
Not old boy.
The tall
Bieniemy, not Bieniemy.
No,
because
not Bieniemy. Bieniemy gone.
He gone, but he was the
The-
man that
the-
go
the-
already done.
Not Lincoln Riley. Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury.
I don't know him.
He's the coordinator for the Commanders. Caleb Williams is from Washington, D.C., born and raised. They have the second pick. You see that connection? So Caleb Williams telling them, I don't want to work out for the Bears. Basically, man, y'all don't draft me.
I want
But-
to. I want to go there.
Right. But the media like, he this and he
They
that.
finna ride.
Eli Manning did it. A lot of people don't know. John Elway did it. The Broncos drafted him. Somebody else drafted
Speaking of
him.
Broncos, Russell Wilson gone.
He went
Russell
and played
Wilson gone.
baseball.
Don't change the subject.
They're not gonna mess with Russell Wilson. Be quiet. They're not gonna mess with Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
He ain't
but
got
we
nothing
talking
on
about
him.
something
Don't
different,
change the
though.
subject.
But I'm just trying to say.
We talking about we talking
But-
about something different.
We just the
It's-
bias of the
Russell
league.
Wilson is a-
This is why I always
But,
say
but are they gonna find
you
something
got
on
to
him?
know. You got to know
Because he
how
wanted to
to
leave.
navigate.
That's
They
the whole
ain't gonna
point of the
find nothing on
conversation.
Nah, man, Russell Wilson ain't gonna find nothing on Russell Wilson, man.
Just like you said,
Nah,
the
he-
girls to come out.
yes.
Maybe,
Russell Wilson
been
good.
riding.
He's,
He been-
he's squeaky clean.
We know his.
Squeaky
We know his
clean.
character.
He's squeaky clean.
We know his character.
Squeaky clean.
He ain't no
Sierra
need for
always.
him.
Sierra
Far as
always
you know.
with him.
Man, you got a wife like Sierra, man. Good looking chick, man.
Big time.
Money got all your kids, bro. He ain't no need to step out. You'll be a fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have
Yeah,
your
be a
character
fool.
right.
Yeah,
'Cause
you'll
there's
be a
people
fool.
that messed up with beautiful women all the time.
Yeah, they do.
But
They do.
the point is navigation is what we have to start to understand as African American males
Mhm.
in this country.
Agree.
It's not impossible to become wealthy, but you have to understand the playing field
Especially when you get that
and
platform.
understand to play the game.
I like what Ocho's saying right now,
we
man.
gotta
He's
play
trying to
that.
teach these young kids right now, right this second. Stop trying to buy all these Gucci watches and
It don't matter.
Louis Vuitton this and all this other
But we
crazy stuff.
materialism, man.
Just get
Black
you
folks.
some land.
Get
Do
some-
you
Don't
do
mean
you get you some
absolutely
land,
nothing.
take care of your family, make sure everything is safe, and do your thing.
It happens all the time. You can
Because we're not going to be able to do what, as an African American male,
Mhm.
we are never going to be compared equally to a white American male.
You should never want to either. See, you keep saying
That's
that, but
true,
you
No,
gotta be
too.
careful.
no, not
Maybe-
not like that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying we'll never be or considered equal.
they had a 400.
We don't. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I
They had a
understand.
head. I see
that
what
shit
both
is-
you
Yeah,
guys are
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, we'll never be
Don't
considered
do it. Let's just do our thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Do our
Be-
thing.
Yeah.
And I see what you saying. You know
These kids
they
don't even
got the
look at
head
it that
start.
way nowadays, bro.
because they
They wasn't
know
brought
that-
up in
they
it.
think
They
know.
weren't brought up in it.
They weren't brought up in it.
And then the bottom line is, man,
And they
it's
can't
way-
see it.
It's way more opportunity.
They can't see it.
It's
Exactly.
a lot of opportunity, man. They trust me, bro. It's
Some of these kids
way
don't
more
believe in God no
opportunity
more,
now.
man.
Interracial
than what
couples
we
at an
had.
all-time high.
Yeah.
I mean, we got
Way
more
more
opportunity. Yeah,
opportunity,
we're
man.
the, we're
Way
the
more
different.
opportunity.
We're the different.
In our time, bro.
Yeah, I mean, in the
We Gen X. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
No, we not
Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
we not. No, baby boomers are before us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
baby
we not
boomers
just-
for us. Baby boomers
What,
ended
70s?
65.
65.
Yeah.
64, 65. That's
They
when
probably
baby
stopped
boomers
him because they
ended.
see that little cute
49,
little light skinned
48,
baby on his
1949,
car.
That's silent
Hey,
generation.
Vic,
I mean, silent generation before.
Vic.
Before that, yeah.
they see a cute little light skinned baby on his golf cart. Come, what you do for me? Who you with?
Mm-hmm.
It's just the fact that golf cart is a leisure. you know, for you to have a golf
Is it
cart.
disposable?
That's disposable income.
That's good. That's
So,
good.
so to have disposable income.
That's good.
That's the word of the day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Disposable.
disposable. That's the word of the day. Goddamn.
No,
You
disposable
said,
income.
you said it to
Here
come
we
to
go.
you.
Here we go. I said it.
Okay.
That's all I.
Here we go.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah.
Is it
Hello.
disposable?
Yeah.
Disposable. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I got my word now.
Yeah.
So that's disposable now, right?
But to answer your question, what you asked,
What's my question?
you asked. I wanted. You said, have I ever been exposed to racism?
Yes.
And
Recent.
He asked all of us, and
I
you
just
gave a
told-
long-winded ass.
Long.
They said no.
Didn't even get to
Me,
the
no.
goddamn- I
He
can't
did like
remember.
20
They
minutes
said
on
never been racially
golf cart and
profile.
They say
20
like
minutes.
they can't see it,
No, I didn't say that.
especially
I
him.
didn't say
He's
that.
blind.
I didn't say
I
that.
can say,
I didn't say that.
You should be able
I
to
can-
see it as a business owner for sure.
listen, I can say, okay, if I'm looking for it,
Subtle.
I can listen. If I'm looking for it, right?
It ain't like the
I can
30s
pick
and
out some
40s and
shit.
50s and 60s.
You're right. If I'm looking
It's
for
gonna be
it,
subtle.
if I'm looking for it, I can find something.
You always can't find
It
it.
You
happens.
understand what I'm
You can
saying?
always
I can
find
find
something.
something if I'm looking
It's
for
on
it.
every commercial, bro.
But it's
You got to
fine.
pay attention.
it's not a big deal.
But you don't care.
I'll give you an example. I sell life
I
insurance. Right?
navigate.
Hold on.
I'll give you an example. I sell life insurance, right? And sometimes, you go to people's houses. You know, they might be white, Hispanic. So there's one particular person, Hispanic. You know, boom, knocked on the door. Hey, this is the information you require about him here. You know, to speak with you about the information. Oh no, but he looking at me. You know, he looking at me crazy. Like, you know, I wasn't expecting a black man, to be on my doorstep to send me some life insurance. Too sharp for that. Got a team, right? We got Spanish people on our team. No problem. I leave. Get my Spanish homegirl. She up the par. She go knock on the same door. Yeah, I got the information, and yeah, come on in. Close the cell. What's the difference? I'm a black man knocking on your door. You got your kind
She's comfortable
knocking on
with-
your door.
She's comfortable with that.
You
But
see what I'm
remember, There's a
saying?
difference between racism and prejudice.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
That's prejudice. I'm with you. That wasn't racist. That's why I say I'm with you. Well, I completely agree with you 100%. Was it racist? No. And I don't take stuff like that, personal, because
No.
I just see the pit like, okay, it is
understand the
what it
game.
is. Right. You know what I mean? All right, cool. No problem. I'm finna send my homegirl over here. You know what I mean? Boom, she come in, close the deal. We good to go. We gone. You know what I mean? I don't get
So
upset.
you
at it.
got prejudice. What's the difference between prejudice and racism?
I think indirect. Like, if you're a white man or I'm a black man, and I just and a white man say you ninja
Oh, so you mean
or a bigot, say
what
for
you
sake.
think the difference is?
Can
It's
we
not,
say
it's
the
not
N-word?
what I, it's not
You
what I,
brought it up.
it's not what I
Can we say
said.
the
It's what
N-word?
I
What
know.
it is? What it is?
What I know. Let me
I can say
challenge
the
you.
N-word.
What it
right?
is?
He said you nigga. That's what he said.
Oh my God,
He
here
said
you go.
he tried to
This
say
is when it
nigga.
gets us kicked off.
No, I
Simple.
just
white
wanted to
guy
know what's
said
the
you
difference.
No,
nigga.
just look at it simple like this.
Okay.
Racism is strong racism and a hatred towards
Hatred, exactly.
another race.
Like a bigot.
a bigot.
Like a
Whatever
bigot.
you want to, all those words put in one.
Exactly.
Prejudice is just someone not understanding
Indirectly.
someone else's culture.
Exactly. Indirectly. I was saying, is it direct or it can
But
be
it's
indirect?
connected.
It's like somebody
Yeah.
might hate you from another culture is because they don't understand
I got a
your culture.
question.
or
Right. They
understand
just
you.
make you. They just
Yeah.
make them prejudice.
They don't
That's why I
mean
say,
they hate
is it right? It's just
They
indirect.
don't mean
I got a
Doesn't
question.
mean they hate you.
they hate.
I got a disposable question.
You got a disposable question.
I have
Ding,
a
ding, ding, ding.
disposable question.
They gonna put this one
We
in the
need
trash.
a bell for him, Vic. We need like a
Right.
little bell one.
I have a disposable question.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Go for it. Go for it.
My question is: are black people racist?
Absolutely.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everyone
Yes.
has. It's,
Huh?
Everyone has someone in a culture
Man,
that's racist.
I don't.
Man.
It's yes or no.
Yes, no,
Absolutely.
Yes.
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 Observable reality.
Observable reality.
You should see it.
Oh, okay. All right. So, is it okay
No.
for black people to be racist
No.
Mm-mm.
Boy.
versus race?
But
versus
people
white people?
empathize with a black man. You know, when they
is
showed
it
that,
right?
I said no first.
No, it ain't right.
Okay.
It ain't right.
That's it.
If you listen,
But it happens.
That's a disposable
because you
answer.
don't listen.
We're gonna throw that goddamn answer out.
You don't
It's a
listen.
disposable answer.
When you listen to, I don't know if you ever saw the old guy that he's about 80 something, and they have him, and he tells stories about when they were sharecropping in Mississippi. Old brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he started crying sometimes. He can barely talk, but he's really old. And he talks about how they whooped his dad and they tied him up to the tree and hung him in Mississippi because they wanted him off the land or they were trying to control him. When you hear those stories, you understand why. Because my dad was he really didn't like, only because he had to fight what he saw as a young boy.
He lived it.
He lived it, had to fight it. So he just felt that he could not find a way to do anything but learn how to work with. But feelings toward or he couldn't, he didn't develop it because he saw so much. And you have to unlearn that or learn how to forgive and heal. But I don't think my dad or a lot of those people from that were able to learn how to heal. It takes a lot of to heal from watching
physical wise,
them hanging.
A lot of strength.
The watching. If you see some of these videos and some of the pictures from what they did for no reason, it's hard. But it's not impossible.
That's the physical aspect of it, right? So I think when we talk, the isms, prejudice, and all that racism, everybody is looking at it from a physical standpoint. You know what I mean? So what Uncle Robert was saying, when the last time you've been racially profiled, he's talking about from a physical. Think about this systematically. It's in place for who to win. We'll go back to the 70s, the 80s, 60s. Can't get no banks for loans, for houses. You couldn't get no loans for houses. You know what I'm saying?
Not if that name was, and that.
All the downtowns was for who? All the downtowns in the major cities was for who?
For the whites.
Boom. When we got there, they moved. So I think we're battling the racism part of it systematically. Still to this day, although we closed the gap, but
it's not as like it was.
We closed the gap because we're smarter now. We're more educated now as opposed to our parents. You know what I mean? Back in their 40s, 50s, 60s. Now we got more opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think system
opportunity,
right?
Because we were always educated.
Always
we
educated.
Lost our way.
Always. That's why I say systematically. We was always smart.
Yeah.
But we didn't get the opportunity that they got because of the system. We go in the bank, we can't get no loan to buy land.
It shut off.
You see what I'm saying? If we do get the land, some sort of way, they take it from us. The Oklahoma deal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or eminent domain.
You see what I'm saying? So I think just systematically, all the laws in place were made for, to me, Caucasians to gain. Not for black folks. Not for black folks. Racial profiling as far as police. We legit guys. Everybody in here probably got a valid license. Them red and blue lights come on, your heart drop. And they could be a routine traffic stop. Because we know they gonna take us different. How many times have we done seen they stop a white person? White people be belligerent. They get out the car. Why you stop me? They don't do that. They do absolutely. It's just different. You know what I mean? So I say systematically we battling racism as well.
A lot of stuff.
And you're 100% right.
You see what I'm saying?
But here's the thing: is that control fear too?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think, and I would say control fear, but like you said too, we're smarter now.
Yeah.
We getting out of all that. We're not in the 30s and the 40s to where they
50s.
where we scared now. We ain't scared no more.
Oh no.
White people, boy, you ain't just running up on no black dude
and
talking about it. But you already know what time it is over there.
In certain areas.
Certain
Let me tell you
true.
something. There's places in Mississippi, man. You still go down old roads, man. Dirt roads at night,
Alabama,
man.
even Florida, even here.
Places in Florida too, yeah.
But they know we on game now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Legally carrying firearms and all that. We ain't had that back in the day.
It wasn't an option.
You see what I'm saying?
My biggest problem with all of that is people calling themselves Christian and hating another Christian.
They just
colors, different color. That's
just calling yourself.
That goes deep.
Or follower. Yeah. How can you hate this?
I think. I understand that, and I know we're taking a turn, but I'll just say this. I think people take the Bible and try to confirm it to them, as opposed to just
follow
read what's in the book, what God say. It's really that simple. You can't make the book fit you. It's the word. If you're a Christian, if you Christ-like and you following the word, it's the word. If you're not going by that word, don't call yourself a Christian. It is what it is. Some people call themselves Christians. We seeing it right now. Everybody having a drink. We cussing. We doing it, but you can't call yourself a Christian. It's just that simple.
That's what y'all three. I'm drinking water.
You see what I'm saying? And it's really just that simple. You just gotta follow.
Especially him.
You gotta simply follow the word of God. If you in it, you in it. You know what I mean? You have
Cup empty.
you have, the rainbow community calling themselves Christians. How? When God said women were made for men, not man on man,
what you call it?
not husband on husband.
That's a deep
The
subject.
rainbow community. You know what I mean?
rainbow.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
rainbow.
and they try to, they get on the pulpit and call themselves Christians, preachers asking for money. It's just like, bro, it's like a gimmick.
You ever heard the Queen James Bible? They have a Queen's James Bible. Something like that.
What?
Yeah, I
You
heard
see what I'm saying?
Get outta
It's
here.
crazy.
We're Chief
bro.
Hall Podcast, and we all
Why
over
you
the place.
shutting us down,
But
man?
we're here, man. We're here.
Why you
We're
shutting
here
us down?
talking to Lev, and we're in here
Okay,
talking.
okay.
He
We
shut
out
us
here.
down. No, we not out.
We in
Hey,
here.
I heard
what-
Trick. I was looking at a DJ Vlad, right?
Mhm.
I mean
What
Vlad,
about
Vlad
Vlad,
TV.
Vlad TV.
Yeah.
And he just interviewed Trick, and it was funny, man.
Trick
He
is
asked
funny.
Trick.
Trick is
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
right now,
Trick
man.
called them Transformers.
Did he? Trick is really funny, man.
Instead of
I saw him on the
you know,
Breakfast Club.
called
Breakfast Club, man. He was
instead
really
of
funny on
transgender.
that.
So how
we-
can you call
I'm
yourself?
you-
gonna
you-
use that term now.
You heard him on the Breakfast Club, man. He was pretty funny on the Breakfast Club.
Man,
Hey,
Trick
why don't you give a
always
shout out to
funny.
your sponsor, man, the Velour sweatsuit.
Are we live still?
Give a shout out to the Velour sweatsuit
Yeah, we-
sponsor.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
old
we
school.
live, man.
Oh, I'm saying. Well, I just want to know if we still live. Any comments or questions?
Looking
Anything?
like we did.
No.
No comment. Oh, okay.
It's all
How many
good.
people
Shout
viewing?
out, shout out to Devon.
Oh,
You said a lot of
You
people
said a lot?
viewing.
hey, y'all give me some questions,
Oh,
some
way
comments.
more than you,
we
bro.
live.
We got a lot of
Chief
people.
Hall Podcast.
Okay.
Come on with it. What we talking about? I think Mike is watching too. Mike, send a comment in, a question. We talking about a lot of different things, man. Send a question in here. Chief Hall
Hey,
Podcast
listen,
live.
I got a question right
Shout out to
about
DK. Velour
what
sweatsuit.
is how is Bridgewater doing right now in terms of
He doing great, man. Talk to a source that's close to the program, man. He dived in there head first, man. And he doing great. He crossing
So
all
you
the
guys,
T's, dotting all the I's.
some of the alumni can still come out and check out and be out there.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Practice, man. It's an open practice. You know what I mean. Come by there and support. But like I said, I had got a good source, and I know Teddy personally myself. I could call him, but I know he doing his thing, so I don't want to bother him on that. But yeah, man, like I say, he crossing all the T's, dotting all the I's. You got to think. This is Teddy Bridgewater. This guy's a 10, 11-year NFL veteran. Star at Northwestern, star at Louisville, does a lot of great things in the community alone. Got the field named after him at Bunch Park for his platform. His platform alone is just going to attract people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody want to see him succeed, man. So him right now, he crossing all the T's, dotting all his I's, man, and getting the program back where it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
Oh,
I wanna
that's
give a
good,
shout out
that's
to Coach Stubbs too,
Yeah.
man.
Coach
Stubbs,
in
yep.
Kansas City,
So
yeah.
we got a lot of
Stubbs-
people
Stubbs
watching
good,
tonight.
bro.
There is it over 1,000 people, Vic? Oh, okay.
Don't ask that.
Stubbs a good brother, man.
yeah.
Right.
Stubbs a
That's
good brother. What
good,
y'all think
I
Stubbs
was
gonna get that
happy
thing
to
back
see
on
that.
track?
Yeah. I think
Think Stubbs gonna get it back
yeah,
on track?
See, what I'm seeing with Stubbs, right? Because I follow. I look at Chief Hall, right?
Mhm.
And he do a lot of stuff, and he's one of those guys too, man. He's one of those coaches that he'll get in there, get his hands dirty, and he's gonna build. He's gonna physically build some stuff.
Yeah.
Inside of the weight room,
Mm-hmm.
So he's one of those guys, Now I can say this though, man, we got a lot of. I mean, like he had maybe like about 80 kids out there, man.
That's a
Like,
good
he got
thing.
a lot of kids out there.
Got
bro.
good support.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
good.
like
It's really good when
A lot.
all of the schools are competitive.
Yeah.
I don't like
Agree.
when you.
I think we
yeah,
back,
yeah.
though.
I like that.
Think
I
back.
like
I
that.
think we back, man. I think we back.
Give me a record prediction this year.
A record prediction?
Just a prediction, coach.
500.
5-5. We played 10 games.
Well, yeah,
6-4.
10 games. Yeah, I say 6-4 would be wonderful for a first year.
I think y'all can go.
I think we can do better than that,
73,
man.
8-2. Because really, they changed the classifications again. So really, the class
Which
you
means
guys
you
are
need
in now is really not.
You need that front four. You need that. You need
Of
that.
course,
He
you
said he
got
got some big boys when he was here. He said he
Mhm.
got him some offensive line. He got that D line,
You got to bring him back on.
and
man.
he have that quarterback. Yeah. 'Cause
I wish Stubbs the best, man. Like I said, I always
yeah, he
I want to
Northwestern.
see Carroll City back, man. And
He
we
played
had
with
them
y'all.
rivals like y'all had with us with Northwestern.
He played at the
Did he
West.
play during
Yeah,
your time?
Stubbs from the West.
Yeah, no, I'm
Stubbs
saying
from the West.
same
played
time.
at Judo.
No, Stubbs.
earlier.
Stubbs. What's Stubbs? I think Stubbs before me.
Yeah, he was for
Maybe a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit, huh?
No.
'Cause you 98.
I'm 45. I came out in 96.
I thought he
So
said
he may
was-
be after you.
I think Stubbs after me.
I think he may be after.
Stubb,
I think he may be after.
Okay, I thought because I know he was on. I thought he said he was on the championship team.
He probably was on the 98 team.
Okay.
That could
That's
have
probably
been
what it was. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
He
98
probably on the 98 team. But yeah, man, I hope Stubbs do his thing, throw his dollar, man. They got a bunch of good hires. They bought in some guys from the park, but got connects with the park. That's what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you guys really got a gold mine, man, right there with the Ravens and the Chiefs, Optimus wise. So all them 13U kids coming off the park, that's y'all right there.
It's all
Man,
love.
love them in.
Like Frank said, man, it's all love. I want to see
Love them in.
everybody
It's
looking
good when
good
it's
down there.
competitive, man.
Because if
Competitive.
Norland competing, Cass City,
All of them compete.
the West, just imagine just that little radius right there from 183rd, let's just say to 36th Street. Let's just 20th
Jackson,
Street.
all
Let's
the
say
way.
let's go to Booker T. Let's just say 14th Street.
Uh-huh.
If we can just have that right there, imagine how exciting the games would be. We can
Every
really
game.
look forward to every Friday. It's a battle.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
can go watch a decent
And that's
game.
one. That's
You
one
know
of
what I'm
the good
saying?
things. That's
It's
one of
gonna
the
get
things
back
I
to how we
understand in
was when we was in
Exactly.
school.
how
Right.
it is in Texas as well. Every Friday night lights, boys on.
Swole.
It don't matter who playing.
Don't matter who playing. They can
Yeah,
be
yeah.
playing a terrible team, but it's gonna be packed though.
Yeah,
Ain't
that's what
nothing
I'm
like
like.
Dade County football, man.
Ain't nothing like
Man,
it.
you saying that now because you never saw.
Man,
That-
listen,
that-
I'm gonna always say that.
Yeah,
No
because
matter what,
but
I
that's
don't care what I see.
uninformed. That's uninformed.
That's not uninformed.
I
I
think
think
with-
it ain't
with
nothing
Texas
like
disposable
Texas
talking
football.
about.
Disposable.
Texas
That's
support is
disposable
different.
information.
Their
What's
team
so
don't be
far.
that good, but they support their team.
But I'm
That's
saying ain't
it.
nothing
That's
like
what you
Texas
talking about.
football.
Bro, ain't nothing like Dade
See, what
County
he's saying
football,
Friday
bro.
Night Lights, they gonna come out ready
It's
to tell you
crazy.
sorry or not.
It's
Man,
crazy.
listen, ain't nothing like that inner city.
Yeah, ain't nothing
bro.
like that inner
nothing
city,
like
though.
Dade
Well, no,
County,
I
man.
understand. Now, in
Period.
what aspect? Give me.
Okay, I'ma
show me
tell
what
you.
the different aspects.
You wanna know why? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you one.
Yeah.
Because it's Dade County, man. Period.
See, I knew you.
Point blank, blank.
I knew
point
you
blank,
couldn't be
period.
detailed with your
Listen, I could be very
stage
detailed.
light head
Okay,
ass.
all right. Call it what you
You
want to call
can't
it.
be detailed.
Okay.
Give
so-
me an example.
Okay, I'm give you an example, right?
You want me to get them?
No. I'm
No,
and
let
I'm
him-
gonna let you
yeah,
take
give
it.
me-
I'm gonna let you take it.
Yeah,
Let
well,
him
since
mess it
you
up.
coach too, I want to know the
no,
difference.
No.
Go ahead, let him go. Let go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Florida,
Go ahead.
Georgia,
Uncle.
I want to know. I want
Okay.
you tell me. You tell me, and I'm gonna see
Okay.
what.
Okay, so first of all, I have never experienced going to Texas, going to California, right?
Mhm.
I don't know what that culture like. I know what this culture is like.
And you've been to Georgia games too. Now don't stop.
I
Don't
have
act-
been to Georgia games.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Because I got my sons playing Georgia, right?
Okay.
So that's deep up there. And I get it, right? But there is always a difference when you're talking about Dade County football. So I'm gonna say this, right? The alumni. That's the difference. When we talking about Northwestern, the Bulls. Hands down, I don't give a damn, right? They got the deepest alumni. Right? They
In
alumni
South Florida.
In South
Right.
Florida, they go
South
all the way back to
56. My
56
mama was the
when
first
your
class.
mama
Might be the nation
time, right?
back.
First
Right.
class.
Your mama time, right? Okay, so now let's go to Central. Alumni deep.
My
Right?
77.
Let's go to Carroll
Mhm.
City.
Mhm.
Alumni deep. My
Deep,
mama
yeah.
was there
64.
67. I'm on 67
But it
graduated.
was a white school then.
It was
But
a
I'm
white
sorry.
school, right? But the alumni deep. I get what you're saying though. It was
It was a white school then.
It was a white school.
But
right?
they still was supporting. It was big. Yeah.
Right. Okay, I get it. I
Mhm.
get what you're saying, right? But my point is nothing really like the talent that's here, man. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
That's just what it is. That's just it for me.
Do you know anything about California football?
I don't. But I'm gonna let him because what you about to say is disposable. So
It is.
Go ahead.
California, big time. California got some good teams, great ball players come out of there.
Because you could almost say
But is the alumni how it is here?
it is.
I think
They got
certain
support
schools,
like some
let's
of
just say, let's take in my opinion, they best program right now today. Let's say Mater Day.
That's
Mater Day is crazy. Like they gonna get all the best players from the city, from the inner cities in the area, and the game's gonna be packed out every Friday.
Is that an inner city school?
No, it's a private school.
private school.
It's not an inner city
Private
school.
Schools out.
So
Give me a
inner
public
city
school.
public school.
Like the
I really
West.
in LA. I really couldn't. I don't know.
All
Give me a
Compton, all
public
that
school.
there.
Give me a public school like the West.
In LA or California.
In LA.
In California.
In California, in Texas, that got that strong alumni. Inner city. schools.
Hollywood-
Now I would say
Hills.
I would
Hollywood
say
Hills.
in Texas
That's-
I know
South Lake Carroll.
you say California?
DeSoto always have a
DeSoto,
decent
they-
team. That's
DeSoto
a
strong.
public. Black South Lake Carroll usually have a nice little squad.
Does Hollywood Hills have a good football
Hollywood
team?
Hills, they be all right.
They got the money.
Yeah, they got the money.
You talking about?
I'm talking
California.
about public
In California.
No, just
bro.
Hollywood Hill. Okay.
No,
No,
California.
not this Hollywood. We talking about California.
schools.
And
Public schools,
like
bro.
That's a public
DeSoto,
school.
like this past season, and year in and year out
Thing.
in Dallas, Texas, DeSoto usually have a year in and year
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
They have a good team. They favor us. You know what I mean? They favor
Yeah,
the
yeah.
West
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Cass
yeah.
City. They black. It's in the hood.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
The team that was on Friday night.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Dallas Carter. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Where Jesse Armstead and all them boys came from.
Where's that?
That's in Texas. That's
Dallas,
Texas.
in Dallas, Texas. So,
Give me a power center like we got here.
no.
Oh, well,
The-
that's
the-
gonna take me a little research.
The
but they
it's different.
Bigger than us.
Right. That's why I said it's
They
so
got so
spread
many
out.
schools,
We got a
bro.
school on every
Talking about
corner.
Dade
They
County,
school
bro.
bigger
California
than
has
our
some
school.
good programs. out
They
there.
do. They do. I just don't know all the good
Yeah,
programs.
offhand, I don't know.
Now,
Yeah.
I knew back
I
in the
know
day,
what
And then you talking about Georgia
When-
too got strong
Yeah.
programs in Valdosta. They
When
be
we
winning all the
played-
championship.
Cal Poly, California Poly, was the school back in
When
the
y'all-
90s.
when y'all
Yeah,
played,
in
okay.
the 2000s. Cal Poly was the inner city school to beat. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
From the hood in California. You know what I mean? Now it's done shifted. Everybody pretty much go to Mater Day.
Mhm.
Mater Day, and what's the team played St. Thomas? They beat St. Thomas at the first game of the year last year. What was that team?
They were private.
Right, the
No,
white
I know
the
what
white
you're
and blue
talking
school.
American?
Yep,
Not American.
Not
Head.
American.
They were from
Came
California.
here.
They were
They
from
came here.
California. They
California.
came here and played.
I
It'll
don't
come
know
to
the
me.
school, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, IMG
It'll-
Hill. That's right. That's
It'll
right.
come to me. But though that school and Mater Day, them the schools out there right now today. But back then when I was, when playing early 2000, Cal Poly, year in and year out, that was the school.
Because that year that when Ja'Cory was there, they played South Lake
We played South Lake Carroll in Dallas.
in Dallas,
That was 2006.
and that was for like a national
Right,
championship.
because they was one, we
at
was
that
two.
time. Yeah.
Right, they was one, we was two. We went out there and beat them, went one, and we ain't look back.
Mhm.
We had a scare against Deerfield in the Orange Bowl when we had to go 99 yards for the money, but we went and did that. You know what I mean? So shout out to them boys on doing
Yeah,
that and
but
bringing that home.
my point here is, in our sphere, like you said, that's what you know.
Mhm.
But I'm saying to you that those states are known for football just like we are. Now everybody know that we got the speed and the skill positions. A lot of that come from here, no doubt about it.
They known for football, but not like how we are.
But like a lot of those big boys, they come from the Midwest a lot of times. The big
From-
D line, O linemen, high school, going to college. Them guys come. We don't really have all them big boys because we're a hot state.
Yeah. Oh, I
You-
say
you
we
saying that
very
because
known
back in
for
the day-
skill.
Yeah, we
I
skill
say we
players.
battle.
Big boys come from
We,
the Nebraska, all them other places like that.
Oklahoma.
but I just think in South Florida, we just have a problem getting interior linemen, whether it's O line or D line. We got skill all day. You go to Central Florida, like you was saying earlier, You find big boys across the board. You go to North Florida, Panhandle, Pensacola, all that.
Yeah.
They got big boys. But for some odd reason in South Florida, we got big boys, but it's like they not big boys. They big, but they not.
They a lot
You ain't gonna see
undersized.
no 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". You know, they gonna be 6'1", 6'2", 250, 262. Man, you go some of these Central Florida, North Florida, Panhandle, man, these kids be 6'5", 6'6", 300 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Midwest,
Texas be having
Georgia, these
yeah.
kids be huge year in and year out. And we just, I don't know what it is about South Florida.
That's what each state that have their football program, that's where they contribute to the whole high school football landscape. When you look at college, when you talk about going on to college, we all contribute. All states contribute to that college landscape with skill positions, linemen, and all that. They pull them from all over, but we known for skill, speed,
we
and
got
skill.
the skills. We definitely got.
Now
that
I would
part.
say we known for that, but just saying we known for overall the best football, that's arguable. That's arguably.
It's arguable. It's definitely debatable.
Yeah.
Because Texas gonna have they
Yeah, that's
bid.
debatable. As far
California
as the
gonna
best
have they
football.
bid.
But that's not what we were saying.
You said that we the
I
best.
said that there's no place like Dade County football.
So let me give you an example.
I can understand that.
Period.
When Northwestern played Carol City that first Friday of school,
It was
oh
something,
man,
year
the
was like
tension
it was something else.
and the anticipation for that Friday was crazy. You know, you start school on that Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
You practicing all week. Boy, you get to Friday, you know it's going down.
Yeah.
And man, it was just so fun. Like I ain't even gonna lie, boy. I miss them days, boy. That's them good old days, man.
Ain't nothing like Dade County.
Ain't nothing like that Dade County football,
Well,
boy.
Nothing, bro.
You biased
Ain't nothing.
because you don't have any other
I don't have to
perspective.
be biased.
We got to be biased,
And
dog.
you
We
know
for the
that.
You
crib.
don't have any other.
You just don't want to admit it.
I
Okay.
know.
Hold on,
I
wait.
know.
He's saying
Hold
you don't
on.
have no other perspective.
No, listen. Do you agree that it's nothing else like Dade County football? Yes or no? Am I right?
skill, speed, position wise.
No, he just
Yeah.
saying the game,
Yeah,
not
the game.
not
like
not
the
the
atmosphere
position.
of the game.
Right.
Like, yes.
Just
And
going to
skill,
the game.
speed, yeah, and going
Just
to the
going
game
to the game
on a Friday night
Mm-hmm.
at the Mecca.
He's trying to get you to say yes.
It is.
You can pick
It's
compare
nothing
to
else. There's
Texas.
nothing else
It's
like
different.
it.
Yeah, we if you want
yes or
to
no?
understand it. No,
It's nothing. It's nothing like Dade County football, right?
it is.
See, he's not gonna agree with you, man. He's trying to.
Come on, man.
You gotta ask him why. You gotta ask him why.
Ask him why.
Because
I
I'm
don't-
telling they, if you go to they
I
shut
know
all the
why.
stores down. They shut everything down
Bro.
in Texas for the high school football games on
We
Friday.
can't do that in
nothing
Dade
like
County.
Dade
That's a
football.
small
After the
town.
game at the Mecca, everybody meeting up at the McDonald's right there.
Yeah, but that's not all
We had
games.
trash power.
That's not all games.
I
You
said
going off a
Dade
feeling
County.
that we
I
had.
said
Dade
Dade
County.
County.
That's
You're going
not
to
all
feeling. That's a
games.
feeling.
The Carol City Northwestern game was big. Jackson Northwestern. We don't pack out all games.
No, I agree with you. Not at all.
They pack out all games.
Cause ain't nothing else to do.
All right, see, that's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm
Ain't
going
nothing
off a
else to
feeling
do.
right now. You're going off a feeling.
I'm
We
saying-
understand that. We
I
with
mean,
you.
now,
You're going off a feeling.
you know what
that
would
we
be a
with you
good
with.
field
No,
trip?
I don't have to go off a feeling.
That's
I
not
know.
a feeling.
I want you to go to a St. Thomas Aquinas football game.
Nice.
Well,
You go. You go.
Packed out
Well,
on Friday.
Now you
Shit.
tell me if our game was anything like that.
okay. So first,
That's
of all,
because I know
okay,
that
That's one school.
I went there.
That's one school.
I
right?
went to that game when they was playing for the semifinals, and it was rocking.
I'll be rocking
That's
now.
a private school.
They support their school, boy.
It was rocking.
That's
They
a
be
private
rocking.
school.
Definitely rocking.
That's
We
not,
talking about-
but that's still kind
We
of.
talking about an inner city.
That's
school.
South Florida.
Yeah. I mean,
What made
that
that?
game.
Wait a
nothing,
minute.
there's nothing like
What
Northwestern
made-
and Carol City
Wait a
when that
minute.
rivalry is at its prime.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Agree.
What helped make St. Thomas
The inner
Their
city
support.
schools.
the inner city schools? Do you agree with that? Yes or no?
Michael Irvin was from the hood. And
Huh?
they best
Do you agree
they
with
best
that?
players
No,
be
hey,
from
put the camera on
best,
his ass.
the best
He
players
put the
be from
camera
the
on his
hood.
nigga
It
face.
is.
Ask the question again now.
What made St. Thomas Aquinas?
The program.
No.
Because the students wouldn't be nothing without the program.
First of all,
We
vice
talk
versa.
about
you got a lot of
football
parents
players.
that's over there,
We
and
know
I
that-
know this firsthand. You got a lot of parents over there that come from inner city schools that bring their kids there.
Absolutely.
that pay that
You
That
understand
pay
what-
that
you understand
tuition.
what I'm
Pay that
saying?
tuition.
And a lot
They
of them
know
don't
that.
even pay the tuition.
Because they
They
get that
kids just
scholarship.
go there.
But all of them ain't
And
getting
what
that.
bring the
Okay.
swag there?
Yeah, the inner
Yeah,
city
the inner city
kids.
school.
So now,
Inner city
it's
kids.
nothing like Dade County
Mhm.
football. Period.
You talking about attendance versus players?
Yeah, what you saying? Yeah,
Two different.
Two
that's
different
what
things.
I'm saying.
atmosphere. I'm talking about overall.
Atmosphere.
Nah,
You talking
they I ain't gonna lie.
I'm talking
St.
about game
Thomas,
after game.
Hey,
St.
Rob,
Thomas,
born and
yeah,
raised in
St.
the county
Thomas
of Dade,
atmosphere.
man. It's nothing like
They support
it's
their
nothing
school,
like
dog. They support their
Dade County
program. I
football.
will
It's
give
kind
it
of
to
like
them.
when you look at HBCUs. All our games are not like the Classic and like Homecoming, but those games are on next level.
They be packed.
They next level. But you go to a home game at Auburn, that's a regular team. It's crazy.
That's different, yeah.
That's different. So I'm saying, attendance wise, atmosphere wise, we hit and miss down here. It's not every game.
I agree.
You could agree with that.
I agree.
It's not every game.
Mhm.
It's hit and miss when it's electric and it's off the chains. Would you
When
agree
we were
with
coming
that?
up, FSU every game was
No, he don't
packed.
agree with that.
Every game was packed.
You knew we got up for certain games now.
Yeah.
We ain't get up for NMB.
Cause you right,
No, of
Miami
course not.
Springs, you ain't, you know what I mean?
Hey, you saw how many people was at the NMB game, and we
Back
sitting
in the
there
day.
trying to, hey, North
Hey,
Miami.
Hey, our
It
side used
wasn't
to be
nothing
packed.
popping,
This side
man.
had zero.
Zero, exactly.
All right.
North Miami Beach. Look at
They was in
North
y'all
Miami
district.
Had nothing. Y'all had nothing over there. Them
So you
games
see-
would be zero. Nobody there.
I still think we should pack
The
trash
atmosphere.
pile a
when
little bit better.
we had games that we check off when
But
we were
North Miami,
in the
North
90s.
Miami Beach is not a Power 7 school though.
No, that's new.
I know that's new.
When we was in school, man, the 80s, late 80s, 90s.
Mhm.
Power
knew what
7,
was- it
the
was
Power
pop.
7 is the inner city schools, pretty
Yeah.
much, basically.
Yeah, are the predominantly African Americans.
Yeah, right. So
You
my
gonna ask the
point
question?
is,
Ask the question
there's
again.
absolutely
Ask the
nothing.
question.
There's absolutely nothing like Dade County football, bro. Point
Yeah,
blank.
that-
Period,
that-
man.
I love it. I ain't gonna live it
compared
out.
I can
to
say,
nothing,
I can
man.
I
say.
love it.
Now you
I
talk.
factor this in too now. Don't forget about our band, boy. You know, once that band get to cranking up, boy.
and that's different too.
Ooh, Texas ain't gonna play that thing how we play it
No,
now.
sir.
That's
cuz.
different too.
And
Now.
Yeah, that
That's,
bomb.
that's another
Yeah,
It's
like
like
how
when
we
we
was
was in
in
school.
school.
That's another- hey, hold on, that's a whole other element.
These
man.
bands ain't popping how we used to be
You
popping.
see what I'm saying?
But Kermit over there trying to bring it back though.
But I'm
We
talking
got to
about
get Kermit.
you
gotta
had
get
about-
just
look
do
here,
over there
man.
Central.
Yeah.
you had a whole bunch of them. That was band battles.
Oh yeah, I mean back in the day. I mean, but
But a lot of things contribute to why it's not like that, and I
Now-
understand that.
now we can go back to the whole political thing because they cut a lot of programs. Then, of course, we was talking about before, like we had transportation always to the game,
Mm-hmm.
right? When we were in school, we didn't have to worry about coming up with money to pay for buses to get to the game. Now that's a whole other situation. Now
for
they
the
got to
band,
pay.
yeah.
You know, they got to raise money just to get to the games now.
Chief Hall Podcast, and we talking about all kinds of stuff. Thank you for coming and checking us out tonight. We out.
I'm saying this, though.